All right, y'all, pay attention. I'm finna go over this warrant. If y'all don't know my situation, I've been targeted by LAPD. This all stemmed up from Navy Federal and Credit One Bank. I have a pending litigation going against them, and since then they've been trying to ruin my life, basically. All right, it's a lot of stuff. I'll get into that on another clip or whatever. I just want y'all to see what type of stuff LAPD and LA City is doing. All right, this the warrant. This the search warrant. This is the arrest warrant. Okay, y'all just pay attention. I'm gonna come to it. It's all on the same page. This is a analysis of the warrant. I just got granted pro se. They did not want me to fight my case because they know they've been fucking up and doing all type of shit. And now the judge. And think about this. This is what they're using to try to prosecute me. So the judge, I guess they ain't seeing this either. So think about that. Like, I guess they not looking. So let's see what's all wrong with it. Premature execution of warrant. But we gonna go up here. We got the affiant officer, Officer J. Choi. All right. Warrant signed by Judge Lynn D. Olson. The date signed was June 6, 2024, but they executed it June 5th, 2024. How? they must be in the future. Living in the past and the future, because this is crazy. All right. Night search authorization, granted. Okay, we'll get it to that. Sealing requested, no. Listen, when y'all see the warrant, let me show y'all something. It's supposed to have a seal right here. All right? That's how you know it's official. That's how you know it's an official document. No seals. All right? Even though the date is just voided already, but no seal neither. It's hard to authenticate this type of warrant, or even if it's a real warrant. All right? Now, the violations, premature execution of warrant. The warrant was executed on June 5th, yet the judge's signature indicate approval on June 6th. Let's go to it. Let's go to it. So, remind you, they came on June 5th. They came, took me to jail, messed up my house, never read me my rights, never told me what was happening. All right? You see right here. This was signed, it's supposed to be signed by the judge on the 6th. But they came to search my house on the 5th. And they trying to use, they're not trying, they are using this. They're using this in court. And they didn't want me to go pro se because, I was going to bring it up because the public defenders would not bring this warrant up. I know why. Because there's a conspiracy against me. Like, this is targeted. This wasn't out of the blue. I don't have no record. And that's what they trying to do. They trying to fuck my record up and shit like that. But it's okay. Because y'all see what I'm on. See, I'm pro se now. So now I can present what need to be presented. I already filed this. All right? This is direct violation of the 4th Amendment and California Penal Code 1528A, which requires that a warrant be issued and signed before any search is conducted. This is the law. This is the law. I don't know what they going off of in court. The judge. The judge they don't even see this, I guess. All right? United States versus Grubb. 547 U.S. 90. Execution prior to judicial authorization invalidates the warrant. Well, we know it ain't authentic, all right? Because y'all served it a day before it was signed. Absent a probable cause statement. The affidavit lacks a sufficient statement of probable cause as required under Franks v. Delaware, 438 U.S. 154, and California Penal Code 1525 through 1529. No particularized facts are cited establishing the necessary of a nighttime entry or urgency. It was no facts on there. No facts, and the warrant says contempt of court. We'll get into that a little later. In proper judicial signature format, the judge's signature appears as a stamp or digital overlay, not an actual hand-signed document. It's supposed to be wet ink signed by the judge, himself or herself. This raises serious concern about whether the magistrate, I don't know, magistrate, I'm going to just go with magistrate, properly reviewed and authorized the warrant per people verse wise 20 CAL 3D 107. All right? Improper nighttime search. This is everything that's wrong with the warrant. We're going to go over the warrant. I'm going to just breeze through this. This is analysis. This is analysis. This is the law. Everything is backed by the law. Okay? Nighttime searches require explicit justification under California Penal Code 1533, which is missing in both the affidavit and judicial finding. Yeah. There is no evidence of the exigency, whatever, or risk of destruction of evidence warranting such authorization. Well, we know the warrant void already. Okay, it was signed on the 6th, but somehow y'all executed it on the 5th. And this is what be going on. And this is why I'm telling y'all, like, if y'all got loved ones that you think been through this, or if you been through this, man, listen. Sign the petition. You feel me? Like I said, you have the right to get access to all your documents. Start pulling the warrants up. Start pulling this, because it might not be real. They do this. They do this. All right? No proper inventory or return of warrant. Okay? Penal Code, California Penal Code 1535 mandates a written inventory of seized property and a return to the court. They never left a invoice. All right? Whatever they take, they supposed to put on the invoice and leave it with the warrant. It's attached to the warrant. They never did that. The warrant execution returns references attached pages which were not included or served. Okay? It was an attached page. I didn't put it on here because it had a lot of my info, but it was just like my address, how the house looked, me, how I look, and stuff like that. But it didn't have the other attached probable cause and all the other information with that. All right. I never received an inventory of seized items, including 3 firearms, 1 registered to my brother, a legal owner, and 2 custom-built legal 80% polymer firearms that I assemble and possess lawfully under California law. Okay, a lot of people want to know about this, so check this out. My brother, my god brother, he had to go to Texas real quick, and like I said, we have licensed firearms. You feel me? So he kept it in my possession. All right, which is legal. All right, none of these been used in no type of crime, none of that. Now with the 80% in California, it's legal to build. When you build though, when you finish your build, that's when you apply for a serial number, then you make it legal. All right, the 2 builds I was doing wasn't even complete yet. All right, so people go, you can build. You can build right now if you want to. In California, you can't buy them and get the frames sent here no more. But if you got it, it's not illegal to build. It's your Second Amendment. All right. Now, unlawful seizure and excessive force. The warrant was based on an alleged misdemeanor contempt charge under Penal Code 166C1, yet executed with felony level tactics, night search, and significant force. That's what I'm saying. All this is over a civil matter, a misdemeanor, and somehow they got a search warrant for that. All right, it's more to it, and I'm gonna break it down, but it's all bullshit, honestly. All right, this is disproportionate. This is disproportionate and violates Graham versus Connor 490 U.S. 386, which governs use of force relative to severity of alleged offense. All right. The force listen. We all know it wasn't even authorized. Yeah, he served it on the 5th, but it was signed on the 6th. Okay. Tampering. This is where it get real. I get more deep into that, but they was in my house for 6 hours, and they didn't rig my whole house. We're gonna break that down in another video. The search lasted over 6 hours, during which I suspect unauthorized surveillance equipment or tampering of infrastructure occurred. Okay? When they came, they was in my house for 6 hours. They installed wires in my attic. I got the videos, chopping it up. They did all type of shit. And it's been fucking with me and my health and everything. This is a target attack. They didn't even have a real warrant. So, like, what was the reason for this? What was the reason? What is it? It's deeper than what people think. All right? No such scope of search was detailed or approved in the warrant. This violates People versus Alcala 36 CAL 3D 604, requiring specificity and limits on searches. I'm tongue twisted and shit. Okay. Now, conclusion. This warrant, both facially and procedurally, is constitutionally defective. All right. The search and seizure it authorized was carried out before judicial approval, lacked probable cause, failed to meet statutory requirements under California Penal Code, and was excessive given the alleged violation. Contempt of court. Listen, I never received no summons. I was never served of no type of paper. But yet, they got a search warrant for contempt of court, a civil matter. This is not no criminal matter. But it involves criminal shit. All right? These facts justifies full suppression of all evidence obtained as a result of the warrant's execution. All right? We're going to go over this too, but let's get to the warrant. All right? I knew off the top. Like, I can tell you right here, it's missing a seal. A seal supposed to be right there. All right? Now, watch this. Y'all see this? This ain't supposed to be blank. The judge is supposed to sign and date this. This ain't even done. It don't have the name of the court. It don't even have the department of the court. What the? Listen, this is what they're using. The judge, I guess ain't nobody looked at it. I don't know. But this speak volumes. If the judge, I'm talking about years and years, if they don't know what a real warrant look like, that is crazy. That is scary. The public defenders, they've been bullshitting me. I've been telling the public defender to question this warrant. They never did. So I get a chance to do it now. Like I said, it was served on the 5th. This say the 6th. But this one crossed out. But you see it said the 6th too. Now watch this. Y'all see up in there. Hold on. This one said 11:22 a.m. Alright? This one say 11:20 a.m. June 6th. Remind you, this one say June 6th too. So that means, if it was June 6th, this one was authorized before the arrest warrant. That is backwards. This one, listen, this one say 11:22. This one say 11:20. Yeah, tricky stuff going on, huh? Y'all see that? And then they cross this out and put the 4th. Then listen, this is supposed to be misdemeanor. Okay, contempt of court. And if y'all look up this penal code, they don't even issue arrest warrants like that for contempt of court in civil matter. Civil. This ain't nothing criminal. This ain't no ticket. This is a family issue. It's in family court. Misdemeanor. They don't do this for that. Okay? They don't do this for that. I'm telling y'all. So, let's get right here. Let's break this down. Support statement for return of property. All right? Penal Code 1536, U.S. Constitution Amendment. What is that? 6 and 14. 14 Amendment. Defendant respectfully move this court for an order directing the immediate return of all property seized during the unlawful search and or arrest, with the exception of firearms. So I'm telling you, they can keep the firearms till y'all do what y'all gotta do, but all my other stuff, give it back. With the exception of firearms pending warrant verification. Okay? The continued withholding of personal property violates the defendant's 4th and 14th Amendment rights and California statutory protections. Alright? Firearms pending proper warrant verification. One of the seized firearms belonged to the defendant's godbrother who had recently relocated to a different state in an emergency. The firearm was legal and lawfully stored at the time of seizure. Alright? Ain't nothing against the law with that. Either way it go, they didn't have no business touching nothing. With a warrant, whatever it says on the warrant, that's what you're supposed to be going for. On the search warrant, it never said no probable cause. So I'm going off the arrest warrant that says contempt of court. So you go in here and touch my guns and do all this stuff. Take my passport, take 3 of my phones, and y'all don't even have authorization to do it? Alright. The remaining 2 custom firearms were legally constructed, polymer builds, in full compliance with California law. We'll break that down more later. Defendant holds a valid California safety permit, a California firearm safety certificate, and possesses a power of arrest credentials, which was issued after a full background screening. Yes, I got all my credentials. I can, you feel me? That's why I'm like, how they try to charge me with possession of a firearm when I'm legal to have a firearm? We'll get deeper into it because now they made up some shit talking about I had a prior conviction. No, I don't. My record is clean. The only thing I had on my record was a DUI when I was 18. Alright? Long time ago. Defendant holds, okay, no evidence or certified conviction records have been presented to prove that the defendant is a person prohibited from firearm possession under Penal Code 29-800 or 30305. Defendant disputes the prosecution's reliance on a non-certified rap sheet as insufficient to justify denial of property rights. So this is what they did. They tried to use this old shit when I was in Vegas that it was bullshit too, and I ended up getting paid from it. It was with Hertz. It was a class action too. That's why I'm like, how is that possible when I got a settlement from what they trying to say I did or whatever? Okay, they brought out a fabricated rap sheet. It couldn't be authentic. This is the prosecutor brought this. Yeah. You feel me? So this is from Vegas. I never got convicted. It got dismissed because it was a class action lawsuit that happened to everybody. They try to say I stole a car from Hertz, but it was their system. And it was 333 people a part of the settlement, and they all got paid, and I was one of them. So if I got convicted, why did I get paid from it? Think about that. Because they don't have nothing on me. And they just try to make sure so this case can keep going. Alright? Relevant authority. People vs. Hopkins. 213 CAL app. I'll just say app. APP2D. I ain't gonna be saying all this. Y'all can read it. The state bears the burden of proving lawful justification for withholding seized property. All right. So to hold any property of mine, they have to justify this. That ain't been done clearly. United States versus comprehensive drug testing. 621F, y'all see it right there. The government may not hold property indefinitely without specific cause or proof of criminal nexus. So these people cannot just hold your private property, your property, your public, private, whatever, for no reason, without a specific cause. Because it ain't contempt of court. Can't be. This is a joke. Okay? Penal Code 1536. Property seized under a warrant must be retained only as long as necessary and returned if no longer needed as evidence. They have all my other stuff, passport and stuff. Why they ain't returning? That's not what kind of investigation y'all doing. Huh? This is crazy. I was in my house. Coming back from Chase, to think about it, I was coming back from Bank of America and Chase, giving them a notice of action because I'm suing them too. Navy Federal, they got all my bank accounts closed. It's been so much, and this is a part of it. I was targeted. They try to put these charges on me, and that's why I had to do this. I gotta bring it up because they got the whole system against me. They trying to prosecute me for some lies and using a fake warrant and all type of stuff. And the judge not even, because she's in on it too. All right. Return of all other non-firearm property. All right. Request the immediate return of all non-firearm property seized, including but not limited to identification documents, personal effects and electronics, communication devices, legal documents, including case material and notes, digital storage drives containing private evidence, and privileged work product. Okay? Honestly, I don't even know what all they took because they never left an inventory sheet. All right? But I know they got my phones, passport, a couple documents, my phones. I didn't lost so much money for this. Listen, we'll get to that though. The retention of these items violates defendant's right to prepare a defense under the Sixth Amendment, constitutes a continuing illegal seizure under the Fourth Amendment, and impairs liberty and due process under the 14th Amendment. Yeah, that's due process. I need them to be able to fight my case, but that's holding me back. That's due process. That's due process right there. All right, United States versus premises known as 608 Taylor Avenue. Okay, continued possession of seized property violates due process where no criminal charges have justified its retention. What's the charges? Contempt of court, a civil matter? Don't make sense. People versus Superior Court. Personal property not needed as evidence must be returned properly. That's it. You see, I'm just saying, listen, y'all keep the firearms till y'all get this straight, till y'all get somebody to really look at this warrant, because you cannot tell me this warrant has been looked at. If so, I'm questioning the judges. I'm questioning everything. This is backed by law right here. First of all, if you make a mistake by just serving a warrant a day before it was signed, that is over for. But I guess, I don't know. They can't read up in there. I don't know. That shit is scary though. Okay? Penal Code 1539. Defendant is entitled to a hearing to challenge the validity of a seizure and request return of property. All right? You're entitled to challenge whatever. You really, honestly, that's why I said y'all can pull. It don't matter your case 10 years old. Pull it up. Cause if they did this to me, imagine how many other people they can do it to. All right, and it's the warrant. So right here, like I said, it's supposed to be something attached for everything they supposed to be looking for, coming to get. All right, as y'all see on here, is no probable cause listed on this paper. All right, I don't know. It might be, but that's why I got a motion for discovery. This was supposed to be given to me already, but they been doing bullshit. Doing bullshit. Alright? So it say right here, was used in a means to commit a felony. What? It don't say nothing on here. Alright? Tends to show all this was fabricated, okay? You could tell, like, come on, y'all. Warrants not supposed to be crossed out like this. Like, why y'all leave that out? What that say? Subscribe before me. Why they crossed it before me? Because it ain't nobody. They just try to, man, listen. Clear as day, it says right here. If you look at these signatures, that's not wet ink signature. These the same exact signature. Same exact one. This was stamped or printed on there. It don't have the court name. This it's supposed to have all this. It ain't even got no department. Who is this? Like, it ain't even got, listen, no seal, no none of that. All right? And all this, like I said, this say, listen to me. This say misdemeanor. But this is a criminal courthouse. I don't get it. How is that possible? How? I don't know. Anyways, so these is the warrants they trying to serve me. Well, they tried to serve me and trying to prosecute with these warrants. It don't make no sense to me. I don't know. It might make sense to... It don't, though. I don't know how they can do something like this. All right? Like I said, I do know because I'm targeted. That's why everything is happening how it's happening. I have to do so much, you feel me? And I just wanted to come and show y'all how these people get down. It's LAPD. LAPD. And then this is Officer J. Choi, the one who lied. Just lied. They all fabricated this. Like, this is voided. If y'all ever see a warrant, just pay attention. If y'all see a warrant, please look for these things. Okay, right here, it's supposed to be a seal. If y'all don't see that seal, you questioning it. All warrants don't need a seal, but majority 90% of warrants gonna have a seal. That's how you know that your document is official. Look at the dates. Make sure it got everything it's supposed to have. All this is supposed to be filled in. It must state the exact court. All right. It must state the department or the division, and this is all supposed to be filled out. This is like a declaration for the judge. The judge didn't even date it. Why they didn't date it? It's a date right here, but why is that blank? That's not supposed to be blank. Plain and simple. All this is fabricated. You feel me? Just because I exercise my rights. And I won't bow down to them. And this all started with Navy Federal. I exercised my consumer rights, and I was retaliated against. They messed up my credit. They messed up everything. They try to mess up. They still trying to mess up my whole life. All right? And this is why I'm pushing my petition, man. Not even my petition. This for everybody. This ain't just for me. Like, imagine how many people went through this or gonna go through this. So the petition just bring awareness around this, and anybody that went through this, I'm trying to do something where we get your paperwork. We look over it. And now your voice can be heard too. You feel me? Like, this gotta stop. Just imagine how many innocent people in there. But you feel me? Even your loved ones, if they in there, you know, like, something ain't right. That's why I'm pushing the petition. And it ain't just for the LAPD. It's about the banks. It's about the cities. It's about everything. Change.org/the fight for justice. All right? I'm going to put it in the bio, man. Y'all check it out, man. Share it, because this got to stop. And this going to, listen, this is going to bring awareness to exactly what's be going on behind these doors. It's a lot of corrupted judicial people in there. Like, they have a judge letting this pass. They got a judge, like, the judge let this pass. Like, and the only reason I'm able to do something now because I just got granted pro se. So I can fight my own case. Because first they tried to send me to a mental, they tried to do everything for me not to stand trial or even fight I wouldn't suggest fight your own case. Don't never do that if you don't know what you're doing. Because it's going to be bad for you. But with me, I do this every day. I have no choice. I have no choice. And this just a warrant. I got all type of, y'all gonna see. But I'm targeted. You know, I've been electronically harassed every day. I got proof. Everything I say, I got proof of. And y'all gonna see. But yeah, man, this is bringing awareness, okay? Change.org/the fight for justice. And this is for everybody. Y'all read it. I'm talking about the banks. I'm telling you how the banks is stealing everybody money. They the ones doing fraud. Yeah. And we're going to break that down too. I got a lot of series coming. And we gonna do it right, man. I just wanted to show y'all exactly that's backed by the law. You feel me? All this stuff. I wanted y'all to see this, like how y'all gonna serve a warrant a day before it was executed, authorized. Then it's missing all type of stuff. But yeah, man. Like I said, man, all I'm asking, y'all just sign the petition, bring awareness, because I am I'm filing a federal petition, and this is for everybody. If the bank shut your accounts down or they retaliated against you, fill out the petition. I'm trying to get an attorney to represent us for class action. If this happened to you, you can, on the petition, you gonna see the email. Y'all can email that email and submit whatever happened to you. All right? And if it's with the banks and stuff, like I'm in litigation, I'm gonna use y'all as a witness and be like, oh, this ain't just me. They did this to them. And a real witness, we gonna swear you in and everything. Then that's when you bring your lawsuit up. But I'm trying to have it all together. Because I know it's a lot of people that's going through this. And not, like I said, not just the banks, LAPD is everything. When y'all look at the petition, y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. You feel me? Because if we don't step up, they gonna keep doing it to us. That's it. But we gonna go over more soon, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Link is in the description, man. Y'all just see it, read it, share it, and let's get this word out. Bring awareness to the corruption that's in the system right now, the judicial system, the government systems. All right? I'm going to get more deeper about electronic harassment, okay? I got a series coming soon. It's going to be part of the Silent War, all right? It's called The Silent War, and it's a documentary about everything that's been happening to me. And that's a lot. All right? And they trying to, listen, I'm going to just be real. They trying to take my life. They trying to silence me. Whatever they can do to silence me, that's what they trying to do. They don't want this getting out. Clearly. They don't want this getting out. I'm going to holler at y'all soon, man. Appreciate y'all.